When's the right time to take Social Security? If you get this wrong, you can leave tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table, or even risk your spouse's retirement and future income. And yet, most people guess, or worse, they make a decision based upon a conversation at the dinner table and not a financial plan. Hi, I'm Jim Martin, a financial planner and the founder of Martin Wealth Solutions, and today I'm going to help you cut through the confusion and get clarity on one of the most important retirement decisions you'll ever make: when to start taking Social Security. We're going to cover the real pros and the cons of claiming at 62, 67, and 70, plus how you can think through this in context of your retirement plan, not just the averages and rules of thumb. So first, let's cover the basics. Before you can make the right choice, you have to understand how the system works. Your benefit is based upon your 35 highest earning years, adjusted for inflation. Your full retirement age is likely 66 to 67, depending upon the birth year, the year you were born. You can claim Social Security as early as 62, but you'll receive less, and you can delay your benefits all the way to 70. You'll receive more, potentially up to 25% more if you wait past full retirement age. One important note: many people think there's a best age for everyone to claim Social Security. There isn't. Social Security was designed as a flexible benefit so people could fit it into their lives, whether you're retiring early, whether you're working longer, or navigating health issues. So let's talk about claiming at 62. Let's talk about the pros. Well, you get immediate cash flow. If you need some income now, Social Security can really be a lifeline. It reduces pressure on your investments. Every dollar from Social Security is one less dollar you have to pull from your portfolio. But what about the cons? Well, you're only going to receive about 70% of your benefit as opposed to waiting until your full retirement age at 67. Are you still working? Well, if you earn over a limit, Social Security may withhold some benefits. It can reduce your survivor benefits for your spouse, and you may be cutting off some of your highest earning years, which really could improve and benefit you in the long run. It's also worth noting, if you're in good health and expect to live well into your 80s or 90s, claiming early could reduce your lifetime benefits significantly. This is where personalized planning, it really can make all the difference. But what about waiting until you're 67, your full retirement age? Well, here are the pros. You get 100% of your primary insurance amount. It avoids those earning penalties, which means you have no limits on how much you can earn from working. Social Security is tax advantage income. Up to 85% of it is taxable, which means 15% is tax-free, as compared to 100% of your IRA income. But there's some cons with everything. You're giving up 5 years of payments as opposed to starting at 62. And you're not maximizing your benefits like you would if you waited until you're 70. So this is often a middle ground strategy. You're not locking in the smallest check, and you're not delaying it so long it feels risky. You know, for a lot of couples, this is a compromise, especially when coordinating spousal benefits and income needs along the way. What about waiting until you're 70? Well, here are the pros. The benefit is 24% higher than if you turn it on at 67. It locks in more income for your life and for your surviving spouse. It allows for tax strategies like Roth conversions while your income is potentially lower. And it reduces the risk of running out of money in your 80s or 90s. What about the cons? Well, you're going to spend more from your portfolio, which means maybe you'll have a smaller legacy to leave to your children or a church or a charity. If you don't live long enough, you may never see the payoff, and that's a big deal for a lot of people. They don't want to not get the benefit they paid into. But waiting until you're 70 can be a fantastic strategy, but it requires good health, solid financial resources, and a little bit of planning. Well, a lot of planning. And this is where it pays off to really sit down with an advisor and make sure you do the math before you make this decision. So here's the big question. When should you claim? Well, there's no universal answer. It really depends on your health, your family longevity, your spouse's benefit situation, and whether you're still working. How Social Security fits into your broader income plan is a really big deal here. One of the mistakes I've seen people make is they obsess about the perfect time to turn Social Security on. Let me clue you in on a little pro tip. There is no perfect time. The reason there's not a perfect time is because your birth certificate did not come with an expiration date. That's why it's so important to make an educated decision here with all the facts on the table. How much money do you need? How old are you? How old is your spouse? What are your resources? When you add all this together and you build a financial plan, you'll have more clarity and make a better decision on Social Security. If you want to learn about how we may be able to help you as you're planning your Social Security, feel free to visit us at martinwealth.com. If you like the video, do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment in the section on when you took your Social Security or when you're planning to do so. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.